week of Jordan, Jules, and Just Reddit. Today, we are reading from r/Am I
Overreacting.
A subreddit to help figure out if you are overreacting to something or if you were justified. Basically, we're about to glaze some people. We're about to blow some smoke up their butt. We're about to kiss some cheeks. Anyway, Jules, please, why don't you start us off?
Damn, no, how are you? That's fine.
All right. Excuse me. Am I overreacting? Is Jules crashing out right now? Jules, how are you this week?
You know, Jordan, I'm pretty well.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Please.
I'm pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
How are you?
I'm all right. My back hurts, but you know.
Still?
Living. Yeah, man.
Since last week?
Since actually, this will be week 4. Week 4 in a row. We're actually having a GoFundMe, raise money for Jordan's brand new back.
It's a brand new world.
Anywho, Jules, since I went first last week, I think you should go first this week.
How considerate of you. Okay. Am I overreacting, thinking my husband and this mom are being more than friendly? At first I read it as his mom. So that's
That would have been crossing a few lines right there.
Woo! Okay. I, 38 female, is married to my husband, 40 male, for almost 10 years now. He has never given me a reason to doubt his faithfulness in the past 20 years we've been together. For the past 2 years, I was pregnant with our 3rd child and breastfeeding her constantly. I have taken a step back from our 2 older daughters, 6 and 9's extracurricular activities. My husband has been taking them to clubs, after school play dates, birthday parties, and picking them up from school. My oldest, 9 female, has this best friend that her mom also goes to all the events, and she and my husband soon became friends. I was also introduced to her, and she seems very nice and sweet, and she would take the kids off our hands from time to time. It wasn't until last December when we were all hanging out for my daughter's 9 female birthday party at Disney Springs. Oh, fun.
Love Disney Springs.
I was busy taking care of the baby, and my husband and this mom were chatting away like I don't even exist. Later, when we were walking back to the parking lot, she was holding her son's hand, and he was holding to my husband's hand, like one big family, while I was falling behind in the back with all the girls. I also noticed not once did she nor my husband look back to check on me. Later, we went to see a show together, and we met up with this mom. Why did she say this mom? This mom and her kids. My husband, who was walking next to me, took a step forward and greeted her while blocking me from view, and didn't even bother to notice me or move out of the way for me to greet her as well. Later, again, they were strolling along in front together, leaving me behind. I asked my husband to stay behind, and he said his stride is too long to stay behind with me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This 2 events made me feel so hurt by it. I remembered at an award ceremony at school, we purposely sat away from this mom and her family. My husband was holding the baby on his lap, with his hands on her legs.
Oh.
Wait, I thought they were sitting. My husband was holding the baby on his lap with his hands on her legs. I thought they were sitting away from them, though.
Mm-mm.
We purposely sat away from this mom.
I guess he didn't purposely sat away from that mom.
Oh. Okay. She came over to say hi and gently stroking her thigh and grazed his hand a little.
Okay.
Now the baby's face, heads, and hands were exposed and would be ideal for a light touching, but she definitely picked the one place where his hands were. What really broke me was when I picked up the girls from school, my middle daughter, 6 female, stated that I should be more like this mom. In parentheses, yes, she always She also happened to be my middle daughter's teacher as well. Because this mom told my daughter in class that she is never mean to her kids and never yelled at her kids, I assured my kids that's not true. Every mom yells at their children at times. But my eldest protested and said that her friend, this mom's daughter, said that their mom never yelled at them. I was so upset, I was crying on the drive back home. In the 10 years married to my husband, never once did I feel the need to see his phone, but with that day, I asked to see his phone. This mother has been texting my husband dating back to since 2021.
What was this posted?
3 hours ago.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Dang, my boy was getting busy.
While the conversation is mostly about the kids, she sent an enormous amount of to him. Those were the
For all you audio listeners out there, sorry you're not going to be able to see this.
Can you insert in the video?
No, you have to demonstrate it yourself.
Did.
Okay.
Just in case they didn't
I'm
get
just
it.
going to cut your face and put your face in.
Which I find uncomfortable to see a married woman sending that to a married man. Mm-hmm. I asked my husband about it. He said he thinks there's nothing wrong with it and that she does it to everyone. I confirmed that she doesn't talk to me that way or our group chat that way either. So I can see the way she texted him and talked to him was very different. He would have asked her to watch the kids after school constantly, as he is always running late to pick them up, and she would ask him to help her with the school projects and clubs. I told him that the more favors he asked, the more this mom would expect favors in return. He still doesn't see anything wrong with this and said that he doesn't like her. But when pressed, he does admit it. But when pressed, he does admitted he likes. See, it's not my fault, people. These people don't know how to freaking write. It literally says he does admitted.
It's okay, just take your time.
He likes the attention.
Count out the words. It's all right.
It makes no sense grammarly.
Yeah. I love Grammarly.
He likes the attention he's receiving. How can this man who is almost allergic to attention so much, our wedding only had 15 people attending, now like the attention from this woman? I feel like he's lying to me, and I felt like I was played by this other woman who pretended to be my friend so she could get close to my husband and kids. Am I overreacting to ask him to text her only through our group chat and cut all ties? That's another thing. Freaking tides. Wave tides? What are we talking about, lady?
Oh my god. I wouldn't say overreacting. I'd say she's just kind of like reacting.
Yeah.
Like a normal reaction. Because, like, it just makes sense, like, if your partner is, like, getting really close to this person and you come up to them and you're like, oh, you know, I'm just, like, uncomfortable with you, you know, talking so much, and it's making me feel this way, and I would appreciate it if you did blah, 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 blah. Now it's up to the partner in order to actually follow through. Because if you're in a truly loving, committed relationship, they will make the change.
Yeah, and it's not even like she's like, I never want you to talk to this lady again or interact with her.
Yeah.
She's just saying, like,
contact in a more public form.
Yeah, at a platonic level. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And from the sounds of it, like, they're a little friendly.
Yeah, hand on the leg while holding the baby, that's...
That's a no-go.
So, yeah, not overreacting, just
reacting.
Yes. Jules, that was a so lovely, interesting story.
Shut up.
All right, we'll cut the cheese. Behind the scenes, I tell myself editing notes, and we just did one, but you're not gonna see it.
Cut the cheese.
Anywho, am I overreacting? My daughter is having an affair with a married neighbor. I told her she needs to move out of my house. 10 months ago, by deleted user. Last week, I caught my daughter, 21, leaving our neighbor's house early in the morning. I was getting a drink around 3 in the morning, Jesus Christ, and I watched her leave the house, and she snuck across the yard and went through the basement door. Our neighbor is married and probably 30. I assumed his wife was gone for the night, as her car wasn't there. The next morning, I went down to my daughter's room and confronted her. At first, she denied it, but she eventually said that she has been sleeping with him for a couple months. I lost it at that point and yelled at her, telling her he was married and she is helping ruin a marriage. I told her that she needs to tell the wife or she needs to move out. She's clearly upset and thinks I'm overreacting. My wife is also thinking I'm going too so far. Oh, so I guess this is the dad. I get that the neighbor is a main issue, but I'm really disappointed in my daughter. She knows his wife has even babysat for them. Is telling her to confess or move out too far? Edit. Wow. Thank you for all responding. I'm sorry I couldn't respond to more of you. Some context I failed to put in here. My wife is very upset. She isn't citing the affair. In fact, she was cheated on by an ex. She understands this better than I do. I think that this is a big part of why I'm so angry. My wife is also a better person than I am. She's the only reason I'm the man I am today. Wow, that's so sweet. Aww. I have too much respect to let people, even anonymously, insinuate that she's the problem here. I should have done a better job explaining her side. Any comments saying anything bad about my wife will be met with a big... Take a guess what it says.
F you.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. With quotation marks around it. Writing all this out and reading comments has been incredibly helpful. I haven't changed my mind, and it's made me think about the situation even more, especially looking at the future of my relationship with my daughter. I just shot a text to my daughter and apologized for my anger and asked her to get a drink with me tonight and talk. I told her I'm sorry. I didn't ask her how she's feeling. I need to get my composure back before my next work call here in a few minutes. But we'll continue to read and reply to comments as I have time today. Edit number 2. Just going to put thoughts here instead of commenting, wow, so many comments. While yes, I may be seemingly to backtrack a bit with reaching out to my daughter, I don't see how that is bad. She is my daughter and I love her so much. For those who think she should stop talking to us if we kicked her out, I raised her to be an independent and accept consequences for her actions. It's hard to explain our relationship, but I know she wouldn't stop talking to us if we did force her to move. She always would figure it out as she is a smart woman. She would love out of our house, not our life. I'll always be her dad. On that note, this is a dad writing, not a mom, as some of you thought. Damn, he called that out. Also, not worried about violence from the neighbor's wife. Unfortunately, she is a very sweet woman, which makes everything worse. But wouldn't put my daughter in danger. I've confirmed that my daughter hasn't told the husband we know. I'll be watching his behavior as I'm not sure how he will react. Last thing, as I find it funny, I was drinking water, not alcohol, when I saw her. I woke up and went to the kitchen and saw her from the window. I didn't even think about drinking alcohol, but I appreciate the links to AA. I should have made my original post longer. Sorry for all the edits. I'll update you after I talk to my daughter. Update. Sorry I didn't update last night. Forgot there was a basketball games. Fell asleep watching. Oh my god. This is like a dad.
Yeah.
I went out for drinks with my daughter. It was awkward at first. We just talked about her work and her schooling for a while. It felt nice just to talk about normal things for a bit. At some point, she asked me if I was proud of her. I almost broke down when she asked that. I said, yes, I'm proud of her, though I'm not proud of the mistake that you've made. I talked a bit about why what she did made me so upset, but nothing she could ever do would make me love her less. She told me more about how she got involved with a neighbor. I won't share too much. It's nothing terrible like many of you were assuming. They know each other as they had her babysit over the last year. One night she was out with friends and ran into the husband at the bar. That's when they progressed. The affair started. During the same time she was going through a breakup that was rough. I knew she was going through it, but I didn't realize how bad it was. I told her that she was an adult and responsible for her own actions. I don't want her in my house doing things like this. We talked about telling the wife. My daughter is scared to tell her. She isn't sure how the husband will react once the affair is out. I'm going to go with her tomorrow while while the husband is at work and tell her together. My daughter also wants to move out. She said it's something she's been thinking about before, and now she said it would be awkward with this being in the open. She started to cry and how she didn't realize the damage she was doing. Knowing that she is the other woman and helped to break or at least hurt this marriage, I talked about her mom and her past, and that was done to her. That's about it. We cried together, had tough discussions. Tomorrow we will let the wife know, and I will help my daughter move to my sister's place for a while. I told her things will probably get worse before they get better.
I don't think he's the. I mean, like.
He actually reacted pretty nicely.
Or overreacting, sorry.
Yeah. Not overreacting. I say that was like very good dad reaction.
Yeah, that's fair. Like when someone cheats, like it's been like normalized in recent generation, which I don't like at all. Like I lose a lot of respect for people that cheat.
Yep.
And that is something that really goes against most people's morals. So no, like she made poor judgment choices, and she needs to deal with the repercussions of that. Like I wouldn't want to be having someone like that living in my house, because what other bad decisions are you gonna make?
Yep.
Like,
and it's also the fact that the daughter, once the talking to commence, and like he was telling her stuff, like she understood, like, oh, like I didn't realize like how much I was doing. Like this is actually genuinely bad. So good on the daughter for like realizing that like her mistakes are like big consequences, especially in like this kind of area.
yeah.
And good on the dad for reacting the way he did. Very
Staying his ground.
Yeah, very tough about it, but like still like understanding towards his daughter. So
Right.
I appreciate that.
So far, these people have just
been
reacted.
on point.
Yeah.
No overreacting, just reacting so far.
This one has bullet points, which I appreciate.
Oh my god. All the easier to read.
Am I overreacting for considering breaking up with my 25 female boyfriend, 29 male, because my therapist recommended me to?
Oh.
Am I overreacting for considering leaving my 29-year-old male boyfriend because my therapist recommended me to? I've been seeing this guy for 3 months now, and he has shown multiple red flags in earlier stages of the relationship. However, it's going much better recently, and I do have feelings for him. I wasn't seeing my therapist in the last few months since she was unavailable, but when I started seeing her again a few weeks ago, I told her about my new relationship and about some of the red flags. We took a couple of sessions to discuss it, but she finally said that she believes that my current boyfriend is not healthy for me, and she recommends I step away. Furthermore, my friends have done an intervention where they even cried because they disagreed with me for seeing him, as they say they fear for my safety.
Oh.
Here is some of the things he has done since I've met him.
Oh boy.
Told me I was lucky to date him since he normally would go for anyone under a 8 to 10. Said that at the start of the relationship, but still does say I'm lucky. How dare him even now? Wait.
I'm gonna assume.
Go under an 8.
I'm gonna assume the boyfriend was like, "You're lucky I'm dating you. I normally wouldn't go for anybody that's under an 8 out of 10."
Oh. Sorry, I was thinking age for a second. I was like, what?
Whoa. No.
I was like, whoa.
Or I mean, hopefully not. Like we.
No, 8 to 10. Oh my god. Told me that he would dump me if I ever put on weight.
Oh.
Doesn't allow me to go clubbing. Doesn't allow me to sleep at my best friend of 8 years, female's house. Made me share my location with him at all times, and has taken screenshots and asked about my whereabouts. Has encouraged me to fast for a couple of days, and fast means not eat, just in case anyone doesn't know, so that I'd look better for my spa date for my birthday. Has made me eat meat unknowingly, even if he knows I'm a vegetarian. Says that he has to vet my friends before allowing me to hang out with them because of previous experiences in the past, in parentheses, his ex's friends encouraged her to cheat. Has encouraged me to get lip fillers since he said that he found the fact that my top lip was kind of small a turnoff. Oh. He didn't get me anything for Valentine's Day, even when I gave him a SMT a few days ahead. What's an SMT?
maybe an abbreviation for something.
Okay,
If it's something inappropriate,
You
sorry,
could've
we
just
don't
said
know.
that, bro.
Yeah.
Expects me to text him fast. If not, he gets cold and upset and accuses me of cheating. Doesn't believe in therapy and would want me to stop seeing my therapist and stop taking my meds. Said that I'm the last girl he will ever give a chance, and that if it doesn't work out, he will have lost faith in women. But to be fair, he does do a lot of good things.
Oh yeah, let's hear these good things. Let's see if they can weigh out these negatives.
Very questionable ones.
All right, go ahead. List them off.
Is super affectionate.
Aww.
Doesn't get aggressive. Like a dog. Drives me to appointments. Takes care of me when I'm sick. Reminds me he finds me pretty. Has been working out more because he says he wants to look better for me and make me proud. Compliments me a lot on my intelligence as well. Plans cute dates. Is actually making efforts to help with my mental health struggles. Doesn't he just say he doesn't believe in therapy? But okay.
It's kind of just...
I know he seems to put a lot of importance on my looks, but he seems to want me to be healthier mainly. I know he can be a bit controlling, but he explained to me that he has been cheated on before, more than once, and that's why he doesn't want me in those situations since it causes him a lot of stress. I felt that with time, his trust in me is growing and his controlling behavior is lessening a lot, which is why I really want to stay with him since I do like him, and I hope that in a few months a lot of those behaviors will have gone away. I've communicated to him that I'm hoping and expecting him to be more trusting of me in the few months once he gets to know me, and then I am planning on clubbing and sleeping at my best friend's this summer. Good on you. But I did not tell him that I would break up with him if he was going to insist on not allowing. I did not tell him that I was going to break up with him if he was going to insist on not allowing me to do so. But am I overreacting by thinking of just breaking it up with him, even if he hasn't done anything recently, just because of my therapist's opinion on his previous behavior?
I'd say that's a pretty normal reaction to... Actually, I'd argue to say that they're underreacting.
Yeah.
Go back up to the negatives list. Like, the only thing, not that I agree, but, like, would be okay, is to, like, meet her friends. But not, like, to, like, scout them out to be like, are you going to tell her to cheat? But, like, just to, like, meet her friends. Like, get to know her friend group. That way you're nice and chill with them. But, like, other than that, that negative to positive list was not equal at all.
It's like, the negatives are very specific and, like, gritty. And
the
then
negatives are negatives, and then the positives are, like...
super broad. Like bare minimum.
Normal human interaction.
Like, relationship status. And she's like, I know that he comments on my looks a lot, but he wants me to be healthier. That sounds like diet culture. Like, praying, like, telling you to fast for a couple days to look better. No.
That's not...
That's not being concerned with your health, bro.
Now, I understand if, like, you and your partner make, like, a mutual agreement. Like, if I ever get to a point where I'm, like, too big or whatever, like, you gotta tell me. Or, like, something like that. But, like... going out of your way, like disrespecting her diet too, because she chose to be vegetarian and is like, because on there it said like made me
even though he knows I'm vegetarian.
Yeah.
Unknowingly, that's up.
And another thing, the sharing the location. I share my location with my girlfriend and like other members of my family, but I don't actively go out and be like, why are you here? And like take screenshots. No, it's more for like a safety thing,
right?
Rather than a stalking thing. Like,
and the key word made. He made me share my location.
Yeah, mine was like mutual agreement.
Exactly.
Like hey, like I want to share my location with you. Like,
and the thing that the first one, bro, like he's admitting that, like he's basically calling her ugly.
Yeah.
By saying he wouldn't go for anyone under an 8 out of 10, which I thought it was age. Woo.
Age 8 to 10.
No, I thought he meant like below, like I don't know what I thought, but like 8 years like below. Yeah. Like he wanted like an early 20s girl. But yeah, like what is that?
Yeah, I'd say she's underreacting.
Yeah.
She should react more. Like, not let your therapist tell you to break up. Like, you need to break up. Like, and don't wait till the summer. Do it now.
The top comment is, "Girl, this can't be real. On the off chance it is, please leave him immediately." No, for real. Second that.
Oh my gosh. All right. Oh. Okay. Wait for Jules to be done taking a drink. Look. I take the drink.
I'm trying. I'm gonna spit it out on my computer, but you can do it.
Well, guys, this is our final story for the day, so make sure you strap in, get a nice big old bucket of popcorn. Actually, should have got it at the beginning. Sucks to suck. Anywho, am I overreacting? I want to report my coworker to HR for renaming me. Oh, sorry, am I boring? My bad. Anywho, I was assigned to a new project with 2 people from different departments. One of them is a native English speaker woman, Judy, who insists on calling me with an English name. For context, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I kind of read it as Emis, but they put in, it's pronounced as, all the E's are pronounced like the E in bet. The S is sh, like in shoe, and then in parentheses, emeshe. I'm probably still butchering that, but emeshe.
What is her ethnicity?
Okay. But I'm gonna say emeshe, and if that's wrong, well, sue me. So my name is 3 sounds. Oh, then no. Yeah, if it's just 3 sounds, emeshe.
Emeshe?
Comment down below if you can say this. So my name is 3 sounds and completely pronounceable for English speakers, which we just did. And I assume for basically the entire world. Everyone on my job calls me that regardless of their nationality. Judy told me right after introducing myself to her that my name was weird and she'd call me Emily. I told her no, that's not my name. She giggled, so I thought she was trying to make a joke. Well, it's been 3 weeks and she wasn't joking. She's been calling me Emily ever since. Every single time I tell her that's not my name and stop calling me that. I asked her in a normal tone several times, but she just rolls her eyes every time. By last week, I was fuming inside, and today, this I wasn't capitalized. I lost all my patience, and I told her I'm not going to be angelicized or turned into anything else. Renaming people and taking away their names is humiliating. She became very arrogant and started telling me I have no sense of humor and I'm playing victim to make her look like a bad person. And it's not that deep. I created a toxic environment and finished her rage by calling me Emily in a bratty tone and sent me an email calling me Emily again after work. I am planning on reporting her to HR tomorrow morning. The other coworker got mad at me and expects me to not report her since we worked on a project for 3 weeks already and HR might replace her and I'm causing...
All right.
That's fine. Planning tomorrow morning. The other coworker got mad and expects me not to report her. She working on the project, blah, 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 replace her. The project is going to end in 3 months, so I don't think this 3 weeks is crucial at all. But this has been going on for 3 freaking weeks. She's never once called me by my real name, and I will not let anyone just disrespect me and my identity for weeks for absolutely no reason. Is this really something minor? Should I not report her? I think she's really crossed the line. Am I overreacting? Edit. I didn't expect this to blow up. I'd appreciate all of you giving me a bright advice and express empathy. I talked to HR. I'm going to write an update in a few days. Thank you. And then there's no update after that. I say should have reacted faster.
No, I don't think you should ever reacting. If someone is disrespecting you like that, you should. That's what HR is there for.
I personally wouldn't have waited 3 weeks.
No.
After 3 days of her not calling me by my name, boom, report.
I'd just stop responding to her. Like, what's their relationship, their dynamic? Every time she would call me Emily, I'd just be like, just look at her. And
just
be like,
ignore.
Yeah, that's not my name, bro.
It's like if I try to call Jules Juliana or something. Like, it's something absolutely
Something
ridiculous.
weird.
Yeah, something that's
Sounds
totally
fucking
not her
dumb,
real
like-
name. I've seen her birth certificate. It does say Jules on it, so...
It does.
Everybody trying to call her Juliana, you're lying. Psych, I'm messing. But yeah, I would have reacted earlier. I wouldn't have waited this long. But overall, not reacting. Or not overreacting.
Just reacting.
Just
That should
reacting.
be our new rating. Yeah, that was... What a nice way to end it.
Well, Jules,
Yes.
yeah. Well, everybody, I want to thank each and every single one of you for watching us this week read stories from Reddit of am I overreacting or not.
That scared them.
I was just pointing.
I know. But who didn't anyone tell you that story? You're not supposed to point at people.
I'm not pointing at people. I'm pointing at the camera. Anywhoos, I've been Jordan.
I've been Jules.
And this has just been Just Reddit.
Goodbye,
Everybody, take
Can we do the thing where it's like, come back?
What, where like it gets smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.